Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I am Marcy, and I'm going to talk to you a few minutes about self-love during difficult times. And, a lot of times, we put ourselves on the back burner when times get difficult. And and the most important thing that we could do is take care of ourselves first when we're going through a difficult time or a transition in our life. That could be, a job loss or, a change of a job, a loss of a relationship, a loss of a loved one. It could be even a loss of your own identity. Maybe you had some amazing goals and dreams in your life and they kind of got crushed because of, someone not being so nice and kind, or maybe it's because you made some mistakes, or maybe other people made mistakes and it caused a little bit of havoc in your life. Whatever it is, I'm here to tell you self-love is the best thing that you could do when you're trying to go through, push through to get to the other side of any difficult, situation in your life. And I'm telling you because I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life, and I realize, the importance of taking care of ourselves and realizing, when we think that everything is doom and gloom, it's really, all the leaves are falling off so new ones could be put upon us, and with growth, it's never warm and fuzzy and pretty. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes, things don't go as expected, but life goes on. And and the main thing is, we can't be stagnant. We can't be stuck in depression or anxiety or, really, you know, feeling sorry for ourselves, pity party. But if you have any depression, anxiety, or any mental health challenges, I am not here to cure or treat or prescribe anything. I am just here to give you some advice on ways to handle and be able to deal with, you know, changing times, and also self-love, to love yourself through the hard times, and that's the easiest way to go, because if you feel less than, maybe you got rejected because, you were, um, not attractive enough, not young enough, not skinny enough. And, it's okay because you are your unique self. And whether people like you or they don't like you, you still have to love yourself. And when you love yourself, it doesn't matter what other people say because you know who you are. And that's all that matters. If you know who you are, then opinions of others are just going to fall off to the wayside. So, one of my main things that I do is, in the mornings, I have to do my morning ritual. I'm not a morning person at all. And I have a really hard time in the mornings. But honestly, I have to do my morning rituals in order to, feel grounded. And a lot of successful people do that. They have to stay on a schedule to do their morning, routines or their power hours or whatever they call it. But, my biggest thing is I always make sure I keep track, and do a journal. If I don't do a written journal, I'll speak it into my phone. And that really, helps me to do like a brain dump, in the morning. And it's very it's beneficial because it is a part of self-love. It's showing that I love myself enough to be able to release all this, without, you know, um, releasing it in a negative way. So, that's really, really important. Another thing is exercise. When you exercise, any type of exercise helps release that, natural endorphins and make you feel better. It will make you feel better. Even if you feel down and out and you don't feel good about who you are, and you feel like you don't want to do self-love because you're too busy trying to help everyone else, then my suggestion to you, go do some exercise, go to the gym, go for a walk, get on elliptical or an exercise bike, or even I have a vibration plate, which is amazing. It like shakes you and gets your lymphatic system going. But a walk around, walk around the block or the park, anything is really good to get those natural endorphins going. And meditation, I make sure every day I do at least 10 minutes in meditation, because that actually helps you reconnect to who you are, and it really helps you become more mindful and get to the place where you really feel like you're doing service to your own self. Hydrate, lots of water, that's wonderful self-care, healthy foods, and do something that you love every day. Even if if it's take the dog for a walk, or go call a friend you haven't talked to in a long time, and get in touch with your your interests that maybe you haven't done in a long time. Maybe you like singing or acting or dancing or roller skating, whatever it is. Make sure you're doing that daily, at least once a day, something, so you can actually help help yourself feel more loved from the inside out. And do something different too. Do something new. They say when you do something new instead of the same thing over and over and over again, then what happens is it changes your neural pathways in your brain, and that makes you feel more alive. So, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over every day, it's not going to really be beneficial to yourself or long term on how you feel emotionally. So, and make sure you're watching your negative self-talk. A lot of times we have stinking thinking, and we get in our heads and we start saying things to ourselves like, oh, why do you have to look like this? Wake up in the morning and be like, oh, what happened to you? Or, and we're all guilty of that. There's so many of us that are guilty of that. But be careful what you say about yourself, because, we are listening. You are listening. Everybody's listening. So if you're talking negative about yourself, then what's going to happen is you're going to feel worse. Not going to feel better. You're going to feel worse. So, self-care is so important. You know how they always say, in the airlines, put your oxygen mask on first before you give anyone else oxygen. And that's what you have to do. Fill your cup up first before you fill up anyone else's cup. And that means even if it's just, getting in tune with who you really are, as a person, and who you are becoming, during your whole, tragedies, traumas, trials, whatever you're going through. But self-love is the way to go, because if you don't love yourself, then people will see that you don't respect yourself and you don't love yourself, and they'll take advantage of you. And there's a lot of people out there that they can pick up on it. They're intuitive, and they look for people that are down on themselves and depressed and just like, I'm not good enough. So they prey on that. So be very mindful on how you treat yourself, because if you know your worth, no one else is going to matter if they say something derogatory about you. It's not going to matter what they say, because you know who you are, and they are just just observers, and they have their own perspective on things. So you know who you are from the inside out, and self-love is it's where it goes. And it's like, and the more we can feel it and have it ingrained inside of us, the more we can actually give more to the world, because the more love that we have, the more we can give. So just remember that, it's like life is not easy sometimes, but we're tough. We're all tough. And if we can love ourselves and just know that whatever has happened, or is happening right now is not, forever. It's just for the moment. Then we can get through this and make a huge difference in the lives of so many, because there's so many hurting people in the world. And if we can all show self-love to ourselves, then we can actually give more love and kindness and warmth to the world, because there's so many unkind people in the world and so many judgmental people. And if we could just be kinder every day, that would make a huge difference. Do one good thing every day for ourselves and someone else. So with that said, that's my little talk for you guys. And if you check out my website, holisticlifestylenow.com, and it's being revamped a little bit, but I'm going to have a webinar on self-love and help you guys discover who you are and how you can really love yourself from the inside out. So God bless you guys, and see you next time.